What's up, guys? It's Aaron from Aaron's Reviews and More, back with another review. So today we are trying the other variant of Pinnacle. This was given to me by Suit and Tie Dip and Shoe Guy, so thank you again for that. I would have never got my hands on this if it wasn't for him. So I've done the wintergreen. I've enjoyed it so far. This one, I'm more of a natural slash straight dipper, so I'll probably enjoy this more. But we can get into it. So here's the front design. It's a nice gold rim with a fox on the top. It says Pinnacle Longcut straight. Sorry. There's the warning. And then on the side it says Longcut straight, moist snuff. There's a barcode where it is 1.2 ounces, your typical dip can size. Then back around, you have your fox and branding, and then Pinnacle. So there's no scrunched warning on the side because on the back they have another warning, and this is 100% U.S. tobacco. Distributed by NASCO Products, which is related to Smokers Friendly. This is a national tobacco company product from Stoker's. That's where you'll remember them from. And the date is good till July 22nd, 2026. Now, I've had this for a while. The reason I haven't reviewed it is because I had, my everyday dips that weren't nearly as fresh as this. So I wanted to wait at least until the date was, a little closer. So we'll get into this and see how she goes. So I did just clip my nails today, but the band, I believe, in my opinion, sorry, just was outside, hands are cold, is really easy to get into. It is a very rubbery band, but it's very easy to get into. And then that's what you're looking like on the inside. In real life, it's registering a little blacker than it's showing there. There it's looking a little blackish brown, but it's quite black in person. The cut is the typical wide cut or fat cut or whatever you want to call it. It's very similar to Outlaw's cut, or even the cut from Hawken, even though that is technically chewing tobacco, not some dip. So I'm with the wintergreen variant. I gotta say it doesn't pinch the greatest. I'm not a big fan of the cut. It's just I don't see the benefit of it either. It doesn't pinch better. It doesn't really hold together better. It doesn't release flavor any better. It's just different for the sake of being different, I guess. So, anyways. Now that, I'm not getting much of a smell off that. It's a very faint smell. Like, I can barely smell anything. Let's get into it a little bit. Just open it up. It's a very faint smell. The smell is very mild. You can barely tell that it's straight from the smell. It doesn't smell like a natural. It just smells very faint. You smell a smokiness in there, but yeah, it's odd. I'm sure the flavor will be quite different, but it's odd that the smell is not coming through like I expected, like the wintergreen. Now, wintergreen is a much smaller, stronger scent, so I do have to back this with a third finger because it's just a weird cut. I'm a mess. Let me pause. All right, I'm back. So, put this back together. Let's see what we can get for a flavor profile of this. Now, it is got a tang to it. It reminds me of Stoker's Straight. There's a sweetness. It tastes like a milder Stoker's Straight. There's no smokiness like I smelled on the can. The can, I couldn't smell much at all. You can kind of smell kind of what Stoker's Straight smells off, but very muted. Sorry. It's good. It tastes like Stoker's Straight muted, like softened. I am catching that little bit of that sarsaparilla or root beer taste you're getting from some straights. It's very faint. It's in the background there. Almost like Copenhagen Reserve. But very, very in the back. I'm not a fan of this cut at all. It's not keeping place very well, but it's not worst. It's better than your fine cuts, but it does take a while to kind of settle. The acidity is definitely lower than Stoker's Straight, in my opinion. It's a very sweet, tangy straight. It's very Stoker's-esque. But because of the cut, the flavor release is different. So that's why it's coming across different. So far, I've heard that these are so cheap in the States. I heard you can get a log for like $15 USD. Like they're averaging like $3 a can. So for the price point, it's a banger of a product. Comparing it to the high-end, high-tier products, when this is obviously designed to be a budget dip, is unfair. But I do that because my everyday dip is Copenhagen. Copenhagen Extra Longcut and Copenhagen Straight are my go-tos. I will throw in a Skull Straight now and then. But it's good. Like, the wintergreen was good too, but it's definitely, at least to me, more of a muted taste. But it's a good dip. If you can find this in your area for the price that I just said, buy it. Like, the trouble with this is the only thing you can compare it to flavor-wise is Stoker's Straight. And if you like Stoker's Straight, their cut cannot be matched. This cut is an odd duck. It's a fat cut, which is a outlaw thing, which I was never a fan of outlaws tobacco or not tobacco dip. The flavors were outrageous. The nicotine was outrageous. But it's definitely a straight, but it's not your typical standard straight flavor. It's definitely leaning Stoker's, which it's National Tobacco Company, which is Stoker's. So to me, what it looks like is they tone down the flavor, they change the cut, and they put this out as a budget option to an already budget product. It might be the budget option to the Proud line, but the Proud line, I've heard, is a little, especially on the straight, it's not quite like Stoker Straight. If you are new to dipping, I would say for the wintergreen and for this, I do not recommend it. It does not hold well at all. I keep wanting to put my hand in my mouth and fix it, but I don't want to do that on camera. But overall, it's a good product, good taste. Again, if for you Americans, if you can buy it for that kind of price, it's definitely worth it. The nicotine level is hard to say. I don't think it's much higher than, let's say, Copenhagen, but it definitely would be higher than Stoker's. So that's another selling point if you're a Stoker's guy. But very interesting. Glad I got to try this. The can design I really love. I think the fox and the gold and the kind of crisscross pattern in the back is just really nice. I'm just not a fan of the cut. I'm just not. So, all in all, go and get you some. It's worth a try. So this has been my review of Pinnacle Longcut Straight. This is Aaron from Aaron's Reviews and More. Talk to you soon.